Srikrishna Charanam Mama. Today we are going to see the story of UDUPI Krishna. Recently, my friend and cousin, she had been to Udupi and she said that she remembered, she visited me after that and she said, since you are telling stories of Krishna, I'm going to give you something which reminds you and me of Krishna. And this is the churning instrument, equipment, which is available in Udupi. It is famous there and it is a symbol of Krishna. According to story, Balakrishna, the deity from Dwaraka, how he has come to Udupi in the south is told in Madhva Vijaya, the biography of Madhvacharya. Actually, Madhva wanted to have a temple of Krishna in Udupi. Once, during the time of Krishna's manifest pastimes on earth, Mother Devaki wanted to see the child Krishna because she has missed all that. Only Yashoda has experienced the play, the fun, the frolic of the childhood Krishna. And Devaki, she wanted to see all this and Krishna gave it. He assumed the form of a small Krishna just to give pleasure to her. And being the small Krishna, he sat with Devaki and Devaki went to churn butter. Krishna, acting like an ordinary mischievous child, broke the churn, ate butter and even smeared butter all over his body. He then snatched the churning rod and rope from Devaki's hands. After sporting like this for some time, God Krishna again assumed his usual form of eternal youth. Mother Devaki could not even bring that child form out of her mind. She was very thrilled beyond measure. And Queen Rukmani Devi, who was a witness to these pastimes there, the mischievous behavior of Krishna, she was enthralled. And to preserve the memory, she requested him to grant her a deity like one seen that of child Krishna holding a churning rope and a rod, churning rod. Krishna fulfilled her desire. And Queen Rukmani thus began to worship the deity regularly. Later on, after Krishna returned to heaven with his followers, Arjuna deposited the deity in a place called Rukmini Vana. In centuries, the deity became completely covered with clay and it remained in that condition near Dwaraka. How this came into the hands of Madhvacharya, we'll see. Once a ship was caught in a storm off the west coast of South India and was in dire danger. Just at that time, the great sage Sri Madhvacharya had come to the coast and he saw the desperate state of the ship and prayed to Vishnu to save it. He waved his garment and called the ship to come ashore. Miraculously, the raging storm subsided and the ship moved safely to the harbor. The sailor was overcome with gratitude and fell at the feet of Sri Madhvacharya and begged him to accept something from the ship as a token of his gratitude. Somehow, Madhvacharya's eyes were drawn to the block of stone which was being used by the sailor as a balance. He agreed to accept it and the sailor happily gave it to him. The sage took it home and felt that it contained something of vital importance to him. he started chipping away at the sandal. First, it was covered with mud, and then it was covered with sandal also, which Rukmani Devi had pasted on the idol. So, slowly it was removed of the sandal paste also. It had become like a hard rock, and Madhvacharya chipped them away. The face of his favorite deity started to emerge out of that. He could not believe it and carefully chipped away at the rest of the sandal paste also. And the stone came out precious idol of his beloved Krishna. Later, through his divine vision, he realized that the idol was one that had been worshipped by Rukmini, the wife of Krishna, during Krishna Avtara. This is now Kali Yuga, right? Happily singing the praises of his Krishna, he carried the precious gift to his ashrama in Udupi, which was only 4 kilometers from the beach. The touch of Madhvacharya was enough to restore all the powers to the idol, which he installed with great joy in the temple. As is normal with very temples, the idol was facing east when he installed it. But now when we go to worship, we find the idol facing west. There is a very fascinating story connected with this. Legend has it one, Kanakadasa, a worshipper of Krishna, was denied entrance into the temple. He was very determined to see the god. Kanakadasa kept praying, and from the outside itself, impressed by his devotion, it is believed that Krishna's idol turned to face Kanakadara, and a small hole formed on the wall so that he can get a glimpse of Krishna. This spot is now known as Kanakana Kingi, window of Kanaka. Kanakana Kindi, it is called. And this is the story of Udupi. Actually, Udupi, the name means Uda and Pa. Actually, it is related to Chandra. He was, suffering from a curse, and to get rid of this, he did penance in Abja forest, that is Abjaranya. And Shiva was pleased by the hard and dedicated penance of Chandra and granted him boon. And there Chandramaulishwara temple had come. And there is one more, Ananteshwara temple. This is very unique in the architecture point of view. It is made of 2 stories, and it is made in a large semicircular fashion, which means that the backside of the temple is in the form of an elephant's back. These are the other 2 temples in Udupi. But no one can forget the child form of Krishna with the rope and the churner in his hand. So, Srikrishna Charanam Mama. Please subscribe to my channel, Jayanthi's 5-Minute Stories. We'll meet with another story. Thank you.